2NURFM News for our sponsor Cartier Jewellery, Toronto Town Square and the Esplanade, Warners Bay.
It's 1 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Jacinta with 2NURFM Hunter News. Calls for Charlestown MP Jodie Harrison to step down as Lake Macquarie Mayor are being renewed in light of claims she is shortchanging tax and ratepayers. Ms Harrison refuses to resign so as not to provoke another costly by-election, but critics have argued the Mayor's part-time commitment to 2 full-time political positions is what's really costing residents. Councillor Rob Denton says the Lake Macquarie community deserves more.
The main concern is that she's receiving full-time salaries in 2 positions, but only doing both positions part-time. That is not value for money for either ratepayers in the whole city of Lake Macquarie or particularly the state taxpayers in the seat of Charlestown. And there are many others who are bringing the same concerns to me who are either one or the other or both.
Questions have arisen after 7 Port Stephens councillors took a ratepayers-funded trip to Darwin for local government managers' conference, costing upwards of $26,000. Councillors who attended included Mayor Bruce McKenzie and Deputy Mayor Steve Tucker, who say the conference will benefit the local community. Former Port Stephens councillor Frank Ward says councillors attending this kind of conference is unheard of.
The only conferences that most councillors ever attend is the local government conference of New South Wales. I've never come across councillors going to the Local Government Managers Association conferences, but I think it was only chosen because it was the furthest one away and it provided the greatest opportunity for expenditure.
Electricity and gas supplier AGL has been issued with a notice for information and records by the Environmental Protection Authority after a small gas leak was detected at one of its Wake Ivory pilot wells. The EPA is investigating the issue to see if AGL has breached its Environment Protection licence conditions after being informed of the leak by AGL last Tuesday. Investigations are also currently underway at AGL's operations at Gloucester after BTEX chemicals were detected in January. Finding a job in Newcastle is about to be turned on its head with the launch today of a new smartphone application which promises to connect job seekers with employers instantly. Workable allows job seekers to tap their phone on a sticker at the front of any Newcastle business which uploads the resume and profile of the person to a community jobs platform. Workable director Fiona Anson says along with making it easier to find a job, it also allows employers to quickly sift through applicants and connect with the most suitable candidate.
So they don't have to sit on websites for hours on end, they don't have to go through newspapers, it's all done automatically for them, and we're trying to involve every business in the community in that so that people can also find people really quickly. And in sectors like retail and hospitality, that's really, really important to be able to find someone fast.
Upgrades for the Trinity Point Marina have been given the green light after the Planning Assessment Commission approved changes to the final concept plan this week. The proposed development previously met with criticism at a public meeting in Bonnells Bay, with community groups protesting changes to the design, public access and staging of the marina. Johnson Property Group Managing Director Keith Johnson says the controversy is over and the development can go ahead.
198 berth marina, 250 apartments, function centre, restaurant, hotel, and it'll bring great economic viability to Lake Macquarie.
There are fears job losses across the naval shipbuilding sector could spread to the Hunter. BAE Systems Australia told an inquiry this week some subcontractors and permanent employees in Victoria had already been let go due to a lack of upcoming work, with hundreds more at risk. With the industry in a period of decline, Hunter jobs may yet be in danger. And Cessnock residents are being asked by council to help them in building recreation needs and cycleways by completing surveys online. Found either online or at the council administration building, the surveys are aimed at improving facilities available for locals. Cessnock Mayor Bob Pinsent says some areas are already being assessed for future cycleways.
I think the Hunter Expressway has provided a link to the community, and I think the extension of the cycleways from there would be an asset to the community.
In finance, the All Ords is down 51.1 points at 58.65, and $1 Australian is buying 76.02 US cents.
Sport for our sponsor, newcastlecheapestcars.com.au.
The Newcastle Knights have settled on an 18-man side for Sunday's Round 7 clash with Parramatta. The squad remains unchanged with the exception of Tyler Randall, who'll rejoin a 5-man bench after his stint in the New South Wales Cup. Meanwhile, Jared Mullen and Tarek Sims are also expected to be available as they continue recovering from shoulder injuries. Coach Rick Stone says they need to step up.
Unless we ask more questions and challenge a little bit more of the opposition's defence, we're not going to win enough games.
Maitland are promising to leave nothing in the tank when they face Cessnock this Saturday as part of an emotional weekend of tributes in the Newcastle Rugby League. The Pickers will be gunning for the win as they host Harry Hoffman Memorial Day in honour of their late teammate, who tragically lost his life after suffering a ruptured spleen in October last year. And Greta Greyhound Altered Mist has secured his first berth in the Maitland Gold Cup decider this Friday after edging out the favourites in his semi-final. That's Sport, I'm Belinda de los Heras.
2 New RFM news time is 1:05.